Thanks to Jamie for sending me this information via Facebook, but it looks like Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko is close to being announced on May the 7th, the fight taking place in Germany as I understand it. Now, I haven't seen a press conference, I haven't seen an official announcement. Let's just say there are numerous sources speculating that May the 7th is the date. It's obviously been leaked somehow, somewhere. So, we can't take this news as 100% fact, but to be honest, it kind of makes sense. A lot of the rumblings I've heard have suggested that this fight would be leaving the UK anyway. The Furies seem to be open-minded to the prospect of going back to Germany. And that makes sense. I mean, one thing I would say for Tyson Fury, despite the fact that I am a very, very big fan of him, put it simply, he's my favourite fighter. Because of the relationship he has with the UK casual market, which probably isn't the, it probably isn't the strongest of, he probably isn't the strongest loved fan of the casual market in the UK. He's not a massive ticket seller in the sense that at this point you'd view Tyson Fury being able to sell out Wembley or Old Trafford. I'm sure he could do that, but it would involve a UK-based opponent, the likes of a David Haye or an Anthony Joshua. So it kind of, in a sense, makes sense if the money's there in Germany to go back out there. Clearly they went out there last time and they got the decision. Rightly so, but they felt they were fairly dealt with by the judges out there, which influences the decision. A lot of the gamesmanship that went on with the ring, with the gloves. I've heard Peter Fury in numerous interviews saying that they're going to have control over that this fight round. So hopefully those issues will not arise again with the ring canvas and the gloves. Hopefully the fact that it's in Germany is nothing more than a location. It doesn't necessarily involve all the crap that came with it last time round. As for the date, May the 7th, that's another 6 months after the last fight. And one thing I would say, I'm not completely sold on the argument that Vladimir Klitschko became old overnight. But a lot of people really do believe that Vladimir, did get caught up with by Father Time that night. And, when you're 39, 40, another 6 months is a contributing factor. I mean, you keep adding on 6-month periods, and before you know it, someone's a year older. Don't forget that the first fight was postponed. Now there's been 6 months till the second fight. All in all, Vladimir Klitschko, let's not forget, is aging day in, day out, every single day. Every day he wakes up, he's another day older. He's closer to past this. So the fact that it's 6 months, it's not a big factor, but if people are thinking that Vladimir was very old in there last time, he's going to be even older this time. Tyson Fury, he doesn't appear to have blown up in between fights as he has done previously. We've heard rumours that he was, 23 stone between fights previously. And just looking at him at the Deontay Wilder fight, he doesn't appear to have blown up to that extent. Clearly, he was enjoying himself. There's a lot of suggestion that he was on the booze that night and, enjoying a few glasses. So, he probably still isn't living the complete athlete's life outside of training camp. But the fact that he hasn't blown up in weight is very positive. It means that his training camp can be centred around boxing and that sort of thing, as opposed to being a fat camp where you lose weight. So, it's late January now. The fight's kicking off in May. They've got plenty of time to get themselves in camp if this news is preferred, and to get Tyson Fury in tip-top condition to go over there and to defend his belt. Interestingly, on a related note, William Hill actually made Tyson Fury an outsider in this fight. For international viewers, William Hill is a leading bookmaker in the UK. William Hill made Tyson Fury an 11-10 shot against Vladimir Klitschko, which I think is, incredible. I'm not saying this is an easy fight. For me, Vladimir Klitschko is still the toughest fight out there for Tyson Fury. Just because Fury beat him last time, don't forget what Vladimir Klitschko's done in the sport. Don't forget that even relatively recently, he was destroying opponents like Povetkin and Pulev. Vladimir Klitschko is not an easy fight. He will always carry game-changing power. So it's by no means a certainty, and I'm not expecting to see Fury 1-5 on for this fight. It's just Vladimir Klitschko's not that kind of opponent. But to make Vladimir Klitschko the favourite, is a bold start indeed. I mean, I'd certainly give Tyson Fury a greater than 50% chance of winning this fight. I'll work out exactly what chance I give him and what my prediction will be closer to the time. But I'm very surprised to see that Vladimir Klitschko is starting as favourite for this fight after what happened last time. Let me know your thoughts. Are you disappointed that it's going out to Germany? Still no news on broadcaster, obviously, but that will come closer to the time. Clearly it's going to be a very, very big fight, and there'll be a lot of build-up to it, which I will try my best to cover. But yeah, first and foremost, looks like the fight's been made. Looks like we're on course for early May. Just thought I would break this news in case people didn't know about it. As I say, not officially confirmed, not making the newspapers yet, but if you type it into Twitter, if you type it into Facebook, it seems to be very much out there. Let me know your thoughts. If this video has tipped you off, give me the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can follow all the pre-fight build-up that I will do on this channel. Thanks for watching.